Hey guys, my name is Lauren, and it's currently the Thursday before the Boston Marathon, which means it is April 11th. I fly out to Boston tomorrow afternoon, so what I'm currently doing is packing. So let me give you guys a quick peek. So I'm going to just do carry-on luggage only, so this is my carry-on bag here, and I've kind of laid out the stuff I'm planning to pack to take with me to Boston. So I just kind of wanted to go through it and show you what I'm planning to take and why, kind of what my thought process is. And then we might make some adjustments. I tend to overpack. That's probably going to be the case again with this. So as we go through, I will probably be trying to pare some stuff down. Because I fly in tomorrow on Friday, I arrive pretty late. Because I'm in Southern California, I'm landing on the East Coast at a late time, but it'll feel earlier to me because of the 3-hour time difference. So I'm hoping as long as I go straight to bed and try to wake up early Saturday to get on the right schedule, it should be okay. I am going to a couple of the meetups at the expo on Saturday and maybe Sunday too, and one of them is at 9 a.m. on Saturday. So I definitely need to get up at like maybe 7:30, get ready, get dressed, and get from my Airbnb to the expo. So I really am only going to be there Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I need an outfit to run in Saturday and then for the rest of the day, an outfit to run in Sunday and then for the rest of the day. These are very short, like easy 3-mile shakeout runs. Monday I need race morning, what I'm going to race in, and then what I'm going to layer on top, and then probably take off before the race starts, because I will have about 3 hours to wait around at the start before the race starts. And then I need something for after the race for that few hours before I go to the airport, get back on a plane to come home Monday night. But what I'm planning to do is bring a few different running outfits, one pair of like jeans for like a casual outfit, and then a couple options, because I have an idea of what the weather's going to look like now that we're only a few days out. But I haven't been in 40 and 50 degree weather for quite a while, again because of Southern California. So I'm not sure exactly how cold or warm I'll feel. So I kind of want to err on the side of bringing what I can. And I'm also planning to bring a few things that I'm going to be discarding at the start and not taking back with me. So I could go there with a full carry-on luggage. I'll be getting rid of some things at the start, and then I'd have room for either things from the expo or my race shirt, medal, all that. I'll have space in the carry-on to come back with. So I want to start by packing what I think is probably the most important thing, which is what I'm planning to race in. So for me, that starts from the ground up. That starts with my racing flats. So these are Saucony Fast Twitch racing flats. I actually ran my first marathon in these last year. So I've done one marathon and a few half marathons in them, and that's really all I've used them for. So they probably only have about 100 miles on them. So they should still be pretty good. The tread still looks pretty good on the bottom. They should be able to make it through another marathon. So this is the first thing I'm going to pack, but I'm also going to pack the socks that I'm going to be wearing on race day with them right away. So I'm actually going to be wearing these compression socks, these kind of stars and stripes, red, white, and blue compression socks. These are from my friend's store, actually. She has a store called Running Skirts that has a nice line of compression socks. I also usually race in her shorts. So what I'm doing is I'm going to pack these socks in my racing flats, so everything will be ready to go and next to each other. I'm also going to put them in a bag. So I'm going to put these shoes in a bag, stick them at the bottom of my carry-on. I also have a spare bag in here for dirty clothes, basically for race clothes and the other clothes I run in, just so that's ready to go too. So I do plan on racing in shorts. I think between the compression socks and the shorts, even if it's in the 40s, I should be okay. Usually I can run well enough if my legs are cold. I just don't like my upper body to be cold. I will bring capris just in case it seems freezing, but I'm packing my shorts that I'm going to wear. These are also the running skirt shorts that I like to race in a lot. I did the 5K in these last weekend. They have a pocket in the back, a zipper pocket, and a waistband pocket. So I can usually carry 2 goos in here, which honestly is usually enough for me. If I need anything else, I can get it from aid stations. but I tend to not carry a lot with me during the race, so those pockets should be enough. So that's my bottom. And then for the top, obviously, I'm packing a sports bra and I'm packing 2 crop top options. So this is also what I ran in the 5K last weekend. It's technically a sports bra, but it doesn't have any padding, and for me, it feels more like a crop top. So I'm actually just going to have a sports bra on underneath this. But I also have this black crop top that's a little bit softer and stretchier, so this is more comfortable to race in, but it also doesn't dry as well. So if it's raining, I don't plan to wear the black one. I'll wear the red one. But if it is raining, I'll probably wear the red one because it's more of a sport material. It'll dry a lot faster. So that's kind of the bare bones base layer on top. So I don't like arm sleeves, which means if it is cold enough at the start that I can't race in a crop top, which honestly is pretty likely, I'm going to bring a couple long sleeve options that I may end up racing in. What I'll probably do is I saw some people do this last year where they had layering pieces on and they cut it out so you could see the bib on the shirt underneath, so that if they got hot during the race, they could take off the outer layer and they'd still have their bib showing at all times. So I have a couple long sleeves here because one of them I'm willing to cut up and throw away if I think I'm going to get warm. The other 2 are ones that I would prefer to race in if I think I'm going to keep my shirt on, my long sleeve shirt, the entire race. So I have a very, very thin, silky, lightweight long sleeve shirt. This is what I would run in maybe if it was 50 degrees. And if it was in the 40s, I have a slightly warmer, kind of compression-y long sleeve top. So this, if I think I'm going to keep a long sleeve on for the entire race, I'd wear one of these, and it's kind of just up to how cold it really feels race morning. And then this is a shirt I'm willing to cut a hole in if I think I might warm up enough to take off the long sleeve shirt. I would wear this, and then I would cut out where my bib is if, I thought I wanted to wear that on race day. So 3 long sleeve shirts is probably kind of excessive, but I'm going to kind of get a feel for the weather once I get there in Boston, and I'm expecting to wear at least one of these on a run the day before, Saturday or Sunday or something like that, once I have a better idea of what it feels like to run in the weather out there, because I'll get kind of an idea on Saturday and Sunday. So then that's kind of what I would race in, but I also am going to have clothes on to stay warm at the start that I'm going to take off before the race starts. So I actually have a hoodie here that's from a lost and found pile bin that's been sitting there for like a year. I'm planning to wear this in Athletes Village until the race starts, and then take it off. So I'm going to have that over the long sleeve shirts. And then I also got some really cheap ponchos. So these are rain ponchos with a drawstring hood for extra protection. So I got a pack of 5 of these for $10 on Amazon, so they were essentially $2 a poncho. So I'm going to take one for me, one for Luis, and then an extra, because they tell you if you're going to wear these, wear a clear one so they can see your bib number. That means I'd have to put my bib on my hoodie and then a clear poncho over top. So I'm going to take some ponchos because it's probably going to be rainy. And I'm actually going to have a pair of sweatpants that I'm going to wear over my racing outfit that I'm planning to get rid of at the start. And they're going to have people collecting clothing that's left at the start and on the race course to donate. So I don't feel too bad about taking clothes that I know I'm just going to kind of toss somewhere. They're going to have bins where you can put clothes that you're not going to race in. Luis actually has an old pair of sweatpants that kind of like snap off. They're like old soccer sweats. So I'm going to wear those and get rid of those. And then I'm also just going to take some other sweatpants just for wearing or running those couple days before. I also read a tip online that if it's going to be wet on race morning, you might want to bring your flats with you in a bag, in a clear plastic bag on the buses to the start, and wait until your corral is called to put your racing shoes on, because otherwise they're going to be wet from standing around on the grass at Athletes Village. So I'm actually going to take 2 pairs of running shoes other than my racing flats, one of which I might end up leaving at the starting line. I'm due to replace some of my running shoes as it is, and we normally take our shoes to our local Roadrunner, which usually has like a shoe recycling bin. But what I'm going to do is take 2 pairs of running shoes. Here's one of them. I haven't decided what the other one is yet, but shoes that are close to the end of their life, so that I could run in them Saturday and Sunday and then wear one of them to the start and end up leaving them at the start so that I would only be coming home with my racing flats and one other pair of shoes. So I'm probably going to pick another pair of my road shoes that are near the end of their life and pack them. I'll wear one on the plane, and probably leave one of those at the starting line as well. So I know it's going to be kind of cold. I want to have some extra like layering options. I'm going to bring 2 pairs of gloves. These are like the cheap cotton, like dollar store gloves, which I like for running because they breathe pretty well, but they're also pretty warm. And I'll probably end up cutting the fingertips off of the one that I wear during the race, because that way I'll be able to grab and open goos and things like that. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to grab things and open them because they're too slippery. And I'm going to bring a few buffs. So if you know what a buff is, it's just like a circle of fabric. I have a few cheap ones here that, again, I bought in a 4-pack on Amazon years ago. So that, I'm willing to lose them, I'm willing to throw them if I get warm and I want to get rid of them. So I'm taking a few because I might end up wearing 2 of these during the race. I might end up wearing one around my neck, and I might end up wearing one around my ears, kind of like a headband to stay warm. But I want to take ones that I'm willing to throw in case I get too warm and don't need them. So I'm going to actually bring 4 just in case I want to run in some the day before and they don't dry or anything like that. They're small, they don't take up a lot of space. So I'm just going to bring a few of those. They're also really good for sleeping when you travel because you can cover your eyes with them like an eye mask or sleep mask. So they're actually probably going to be helpful for that as well. And I'm not planning to run in a hat, but I think I'm going to take a couple hats. I have just a Hoka hat here. I got at a race. And I have this like super fluffy honey stinger beanie that I think I'll take just for walking around town if I'm cold or something like that. I might end up only taking one of these hats because they are pretty fluffy. They take up a lot of space. But I'm going to see if they fit, and if they fit, I'm going to take both. If they don't fit, I'll have to take one out. So I have everything I'll need for the race, everything I'll need to take off at the beginning. So now I kind of just have like the other clothes for the weekend. So like I said, I'm going to bring one casual outfit, so just a pair of jeans and kind of like a sweatery long sleeve shirt for wearing around, and a few pairs, socks and underwear, whatever, for Saturday, Sunday. I also subscribe to the method of rolling your clothes because I think they do pack in a little bit better and don't take up as much space. I also am bringing just an extra kind of like drawstring Ziploc bag just for walking around town because this is my carry-on bag. I'll also have a personal item, which is usually just where I keep my wallet, computer, and toiletries. So I'm going to stick this in this bag too, just in case I need a little extra space walking around town, water bottle, stuff like that. Also for the race start, if it is racing, I'll probably be wearing one of these little like waterproof running caps. I actually have 2, so I've had this black one for years that I love, that's comfortable, and I recently got this Nathan one. It's a lot lighter. This black one has mesh on the side. Are you going to bark at something? Okay, go ahead and bark. Somebody there? Okay. This black one has mesh on the side, so if it's raining really heavy, I don't think I want to wear it because it might let more water through. This Nathan one doesn't have any mesh. It's a lot lighter and thinner. And again, these don't really take up a lot of space. They pack up pretty small. So I'm just going to take both. And also if it's raining Saturday or Sunday and it's still wet on race morning and I don't want to wear something wet, I want to have a spare just in case. So for the rest of the weekend, I need a couple long sleeve shirts to run in on Saturday and Sunday. So I have 2 here. I'm not planning to race in either one of these. Remember, I do have like 3 long sleeve shirts I already packed. So I'm going to have these 2. I might not run in both of these. I might just end up wearing one of these around town or something like that. Like I said, I tend to overpack, but especially if I'm traveling for a race. If I'm not traveling for a race, it doesn't matter really what I wear, but I don't want to be stuck with something uncomfortable on race morning. So I have kind of a lighter long sleeve and then a thicker one. I'm probably not going to need shorts other than for the race, but I'm going to take 2 pairs just in case there's some freak weather. It might actually be like a high of 70 one day. And these black shorts are kind of like backups for the race. They have pockets on the side and a pocket on the back, just in case something happens. You never know. I don't want to be stuck with just one pair of shorts if I like rip them or lose them. Whatever. Gonna have a spare. Quick intermission. I realized I didn't pack any t-shirts and it's going to get up to maybe 70 degrees
on Saturday before it goes back down on Sunday and Monday. So I also added 2 kind of lightweight running t-shirts, and like I said, I am bringing a lightweight rain jacket. I'm not planning to race in it, but in case I need it for Saturday, Sunday, I packed that as well.
I'm gonna bring 1 pair of full-length pants to run in. I could wear these around town, or I could run in these, but I'm more likely to run in capris. So I'm gonna take 2 pairs of capris, 1 a little bit thicker, 1 a little bit thinner. Again, probably don't need 2, but you know, I'm gonna take them both just in case, because I'm very type A and I like to be prepared, and that usually means overpacking. I'm probably gonna run out of room. Couple other sports bras for the other days I'll be running, not racing. And I actually don't need this many pairs of socks. I'm definitely going to race in a pair of compression socks, and I want to have at least 1 more pair for after the race and the flight back. I don't know how much of a difference they actually make, but I figure it can't hurt, especially when you're getting on a plane right after a marathon. So I have 4 pairs of compression socks here, which I really don't need. But if it's cold out the other days and I want to wear compression socks with capris so that my full leg is covered, I want to bring at least 2 pairs then. That's kind of excessive. I'll take 3. So I'm kind of on the fence about these. This is a regular pair of loose black kind of track warm-up pants I actually got in the men's clearance section years ago. These are kind of my lightweight go-to warm-up pants. So I'm going to take these because I could layer these over other pants if I'm cold, or wear them on my own if it's pretty nice out. Just wear them on their own. This is getting too full. What am I doing? Why am I packing so much stuff? These I think I'll leave actually, now that I see how full my suitcase is. This I actually got from the thrift store recently as an option for leaving at the start, but I like them too much, so I'm not going to do that. They're these maroon Adidas track pants. They have this nice other maroon mesh on the back of the leg and stuff. They're very warm, great condition, everything looks kind of brand new. So I thought these would be nice for just going around town or wearing on the plane or something like that. But I really don't need another pair of pants. I think I'm fine. So I'm going to put this back. I have a trucker hat I was thinking about bringing, kind of on the fence about it now. If there's room in the suitcase, I'll take it. If not, I'll leave it, and I'll just have a pair of sunglasses with me in case it's sunny on the weekend. I have a bag of hair ties and some sort of skin lubricant. So I usually use Body Glide, but I've given it to a friend and I haven't gotten it back. So one friend actually suggested Squirrel's Nut Butter All Natural Anti-Chafe Salve as an alternative to Body Glide. It has coconut oil, cocoa butter, beeswax, and vitamin E oil. So it comes in stick form or in a jar, but then it kind of goes on the skin, it melts on really smoothly. So I ran in this, I think, once, and it seemed to work fine. So I'm going to take this and slather on a generous amount race morning so that I don't get too chafy. And then just make sure I pack my bag of hair tie options. I'll pack my toiletries, I think, morning of tomorrow morning before the flight. I also will probably pack a lot of snacks in my carry-on for the plane and maybe for the weekend. And I'm also going to pack a little bit of fuel for what I want to eat race morning. So I'll actually show you what I'm going to take in my carry-on for my pre-race fuel. Oh, this is the pile we're working with, a mix of what I want to take on the plane, what I want to take during the race. So I'll show you quickly what I plan to eat morning of, and then what I might have as kind of a backup. I remember before my first marathon last year, what I ate for breakfast was 2 things. It wasn't too much. It was about 350 calories. I ate a Nature's Bakery fig bar. So I get these in bulk from Costco. I mean, bulk is kind of a relative term. You get 36 bars or something. So I had one of these, and I had a honey stinger waffle for breakfast before my first marathon. So that's all I ate. This is about 200 calories. This is 150. So I had about 350 calories to eat a few hours before the marathon. And then I had this Goo Roctane energy mix. Just kind of in like a shaker with water, and I was kind of sipping on that to the start. I'll probably do something similar again this time, although I might try to eat a little bit more because I'll be up around probably 5:30 and my race won't start till 10, which is a lot longer of a time interval than for the first race. So I'm going to bring some other food that I might want to eat beforehand and kind of just see what sounds good. So I'm planning to take something I recently got from Costco. So this is just a bag of these. These are simply clustered fruit, seed, and nut clusters, this organic snack from Costco. So these are really calorie dense. Like each one of these like little balls of like oats and nuts is like 50 calories. So I'm probably going to take a bag of these with me to get a little bit more substance and a little bit more energy in my system before the race starts. This will probably be what I eat first thing in the morning so that it has enough time to start digesting. And then maybe eat more of the energy specific stuff like an energy waffle or a bag of energy chews or something like that closer to the start of the race, like maybe an hour and a half or so before the race. I'll have something a little bit more running specific that digests a little faster. And then I'll probably also take some Noon. So these are both, one is Noon Immunity, one is Noon Vitamins. I'll probably take both of these with me to Boston, and I'll probably have one of them mixed with this energy drink the morning of the race. So I'll probably take the Immunity on the plane. Actually, there's only like 2 tabs left, so this might be gone by the time I leave, and then I could actually use the tube to put some of this in and then take the other one with me. I also will probably take one of these Honey Stinger energy bars with me to the start. I had one of these before a run once, just like half an hour before, which normally I wouldn't be able to do or I'd get an upset stomach. But I'm going to take one of these in case I want something that feels a little bit more like food, because this is more like peanut butter oats with like a chocolate layer in the morning if I want something a little heartier on race morning. And then just some various snacks and stuff like cracker bars, fig bars, snack bars for the plane. And I'm going to take 4 different gels with me, but I'm probably only going to take 2 of them to the race. So I'm going to have one in the back pocket of my shorts and one in the front pocket of my shorts. I actually didn't take any goos at all during my first marathon. I relied on energy drinks at the aid stations, and when I saw Luis on the course, he would give me like a little bottle of like energy drink, because these tend not to sit as well in my stomach. So I prefer to drink my calories whenever possible. Also, when I ran my 2 ultra marathons, I preferred to drink my calories whenever possible, which is why I'm kind of relying on drinking a decent amount, maybe not a decent amount, but maybe like another 100 calories or so of this before the race. And then whatever energy drinks are at aid stations, I'll probably rely on those. And if I need more gels, they're going to have, I think, Cliff gels on the course, which I've had before, and I should be okay to take if I need to. That's what I'm planning to take the morning before the race, and that's what I'm planning to take kind of with me as options. I'll let you know what I actually end up taking on race morning before and during the race, and I'll kind of let you know how it worked out for me. But this is what I'm taking as options. So that's everything I'm packing to take with me to the Boston Marathon for 2019. As someone coming from Southern California going to a relatively colder, wetter area for a race, this is kind of my best guess about what I think I'll need and what I'm kind of taking in case. You saw that I'm taking a lot of options. I'm probably overpacking, but you know, I'd rather overpack as long as it all fits than underpack and be stuck with something, or be stuck not having something I want or need. I'm obviously going to be bringing a warm coat, probably this hand-me-down Patagonia like water repellent coat, and a windbreaker as, you know, layering options. If the weather is terrible, then I might just run in a windbreaker, so I'll have one with me just in case. So I also forgot to mention that I plan to pack a couple things for kind of self-care while I'm there. So I'm going to bring a lacrosse ball for rolling out my arches, my plantar, working on my piriformis and my glutes, if those are still kind of tight and sore while I'm there. This was in the video Luis and I made about self-care and foam rolling. We showed how we use a lacrosse ball in that, so I'm going to throw this in my bag too. So we have a couple stick rollers, so if I take one, I might take
this one, and I might try to get Luis to put it in his bag. He might have more space than me because he doesn't overpack the way I do. And I liked organizing things in a little bag like this. Like I have my gels here in the bottom and my energy chews kind of in the same bag. And then I also organized kind of the like grains, I guess. So I have the waffles and like the fig bars and energy bar and stuff in this bag just so it's kind of all organized. So I have like my chews and gummies in one bag and like my grains kind of in another bag. And I actually took this old reusable gel bottle and filled it with the powder for the Guru Octane that I mentioned earlier. So this is a handy way for me to take that powder with me and just dump it into a water bottle and mix it up on race morning. All right, back to your regularly scheduled viewing.
So yeah, that's what I'm planning to take with me. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. Let me know if there's something you think I should be taking that I haven't packed yet, because I would love suggestions or advice, especially from people who are used to running in weather more similar to what the conditions are forecasted to be for Boston. And I'll let you guys know how the race turns out. So I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.